I don't know how to use this thing.
We worked
Where's
over
the
some
go
basic
button?
attacks from side control the last couple of weeks, right? We worked our Americana, our straight arm, and our Kimura. We can walk around the body, yep, and as they straighten their arm and try to defend, they're moving into the next submission, okay? Today we're gonna work on a couple of different options that we can do with the gi, all right? A couple of my favorites, again, trying to maintain that top position so we don't have to lose it. I'm not really sure why I put his arm on my leg, but whatever. It looks kind of funny. I was wondering how long he was over there. Okay? So, once I get to my side control here, anytime I'm in side control, I want to try to work my way up his body. Okay? I don't want to leave him down in this position where he can start working that forearm in the way, right, and start making this space. And that's just one arm, much less the other arm, right? I want that arm up out of my way. I hit my pyramid through and get up into this nice high side control. I'm controlling his shoulders, and his hips aren't really too big a threat to me, unless he's like super flexible and can start sticking that opposite foot in. Like Kramer's pretty good at that. Eric Mickelson's pretty good at that. All right, us fat lazy guys not so good at that. Okay, so I get up to my high side control here. He starts to build his frame, right, just like he wants to. Yep. And last week we swam inside, started attacking that Americana. He straightens his arm out. We go to straight arm. He bends it down, and we wrap. We go to our Kimura, right? But Sam's just too big, strong, and manly for that. So I got to have another option. Okay, so instead, I'm not even going to attack that arm. I'm going to take my bottom arm, and I'm going to make him think he's getting out. And I'm going to swim underneath his shoulders here and grab the back of his collar. Okay? I really like to get him up high when I do this, okay? And work my way up there, and it makes it a lot easier for me to make that space. I'm going to grab that collar and pull it down to his hip. So I've got an opposite shoulder trap. Right? He wants to build his frame and swim his underhook. But that's hard to do if he can't get that shoulder up off the ground. And I don't have to work very hard now. I've got his arms trapped. Even if he gets this inside elbow in, right, and starts making space, it's hard for him to pull it down because his gi's in the way. So it's easy for me to maintain that position. Make sense? I'm just going to take that hand, grab the other side of his gi, and go thumb in grip right there. Okay? Now I back my elbow up a little bit, my knee up a little bit, touch my elbow to the ground, start walking around his head. Okay? Basically taking that gi, cutting off this side of his neck, my forearm cutting off the other side. I'm not crushing his throat. All right? That hurts. Causes panic. And you get big, strong people like him, you can probably bite through it as long as he's got a mouth guard in or he bites through his tongue. All right? So instead, I want to just put my elbow on the ground. And then I slowly walk around his head to cut off that other side. And then when I'm pulling down, it tightens up that gi on the other side. Cool? So we're going to start. What's that?
What's it called?
Papercutter. All right. I'm starting my side control. He's starting to build his frame, right? And that's the other thing. When he's building his frame here, he's got a good hip pressure. He's got my throat, right? He grabs my shoulder. It sucks, right? The harder he pushes, the easier it is for me to walk him up. Because he's pushing with both arms, right? He's pushing. I'm just letting him go. Takes that pressure off my neck. I can talk like a human again, right? And now look how tight I have his shoulder. So it's easy for me to wrap him up, get that elbow up nice and deep, and trap it in there. Okay? Swim underneath. And a lot of times, guys think that they're starting to work their way out. They'll wrap around your body or start pushing away. Yep. They think they're escaping here. And that opens up that neck. Elbow to the ground. Walk around his head. Until he makes a funny noise. Cool? So, we're going to work one of the passes that we were working in our drill. Okay? I don't care how you do it. Get to that knee on belly position. Or if you want to do the one we did last week, that's fine too. Okay? Whichever one. Whatever it takes to get to side control. Person on the bottom, not just going to lay like a dead fish. Frames, elbows in, get your frames. Okay? So he starts defending. I'm going to take that elbow out of the way. Swim. I can hold on to that elbow the whole time to keep control of his shoulders. Get control. Grab that gi. Elbow to the ground. Draw my circle. All right? All the way from beginning to finish.
Do you want to pull your butt down when you're doing that, or are you supposed to be?
The submission?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to stay low.
Okay.
Yep, I don't. It's not quite as big of a deal. It's kind of whatever I need to do to get that space, but I want to be as low as possible so I don't get rolled. The higher I get here, right? If I start driving into him, he's just going to put this hand on my hip, this elbow on my hip, and just roll me over, right? Boop. Now I got nothing. Okay? So anytime I'm in that side control, that's why I love these submissions, because I can keep my base down, my butt down, and I can work without too much having to worry about them exploding out. And anytime they explode the other way, I'm taking them back anyway. So
Okay.
Good question. Other questions? Colin?
No question.
I'm just looking for a response, buddy. Stone face. Knows it all. 1, 2, 3. Just teasing you.